Fine. How was the goal video?
It was
Good, Sai.
Very nice, right?
Super, Sai, super.
But after listening to interview audios, little fear developing in my heart.
But anyone heard the interview audios after watching the goal video?
Yes, Sai.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
See, anyway, I'll talk at 4 o'clock.
5.5 hours to 6 hours to prepare the notes, Sai.
I cannot reveal it on Sunday, right? It will take time. Obviously, it will take time. The good part is like the maximum number of folks completed as per our tracking. Hardly 10%, 7 to 10% folks has not completed, but that's okay. Like we try our level best. We can track them, we can ask them, we can request them, we can bug them, but we cannot go beyond the limit. So it's their thing. Anyway, I'll talk at 4 o'clock. You talk. I mean, at 4 o'clock, I'll start talking as a genuine one. So all of you prepared your notes, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, Sai.
Yes,
I.
Yes, Sai.
On
Yes, sir.
yeah. So
Yes, Sai.
see, definitely it's not so easy to spend around 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I still saw one of the videos. Like yesterday, I had a word with Ankush also. I see his office desk is notes is in the office desk. Ankush, come on, you prepared an office.
Yeah, Sai.
Yeah, Sai, same thing is happening with me also.
Nobody found a word. Anyway. Okay. So
Instead of preparing handwritten notes, actually, I use the Notion actually. From there, I'm not able to share any link actually.
so written notes, using pen.
No, not written notes. Actually, there is one app actually, Notion. There we can make our notes very easily.
Yeah.
So
But
there-
is it a typal online?
yes, we can draw the diagrams and everything.
Understood.
Sorry.
But
So-
however, writing using a pen and a paper, or if a hand keeps writing, that's a different story. Typing is different. I understand notes could be better, but when you write, it will take some time, but you will write it with an understanding. There is always according to me, that's my personal opinion. There is always a connect between your brain and your hand when you write it. That
Exactly,
that,
Sai.
agree. Yes, that
Yeah.
agree.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Sai.
Another thing, Sai,
Yes,
your
sir.
like the website has been blocked by Capgemini. Okay, I don't
my
know
website,
why. Yes,
before
yeah,
it used to open,
yeah, I tried to open, but they didn't allow me to open it, so I used my mobile network. In that.
That's what they might be thinking, like, who is this guy? Why many people in Capgemini are opening this website? Anyway, so fine. Firstly, some important instructions. Okay. Good that many of the folks completed the goal video. Only 7 to 10% of the folks has not completed, but maximum number of folks completed. Thanks a lot for all of you. Sorry to bug you. Sorry, I have been texting you so personally. What is the status and everything? That's the first thing. Now, I'd like to highlight 2 things. You're almost getting ready for the interview patterns. You're getting to the interview mode actually. Now, you tell me, after watching the goal video, okay, you have the notes with you. One of the greatest problem or a threat with gold video, I'll tell you, it's the greatest threat. You can easily forget things from gold video. The only mantra to keep remember things is keep revising it. Keep revising it. Got my point, all of you?
Yes.
Daily just for 5 minutes.
sir, yes.
Just for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Just refer the notes. Just pass on the notes for 5 to 10 minutes daily. Okay, what is persist? What is cache and persist? What is broadcast variable? What are accumulators? So you just have to just remember for a while and leave it. Go for the next question. Revision matters a lot. especially with respect to goal video. After hearing the goal video, have you heard any interview audios? Okay, at least 3 or 4 interview audios.
Yes,
Yes,
I.
I.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Please, can you able to
Yes,
catch some questions? Can I
Yes,
answer some questions?
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yeah, persist.
Persistence, performance tuning. Predominantly, performance tuning is a predominant area that interviews would be forecasting actually, right? So that's an important update. Okay, goal video completion is not the end. Immediately go on mute. Kindly go on mute. Kindly go on mute. Yeah. Now, preparing the goal video is not just enough. It's not the end actually. Okay. My kind request, please keep revising it. Please keep revising it every day. Every day. Revising in the sense, just a one-liner revision. I just want to ask you a question. Okay. In case of Spark, what is DAG? If I ask you a question, what is DAG? Things should run in your mind.
Visual representation with shape.
Direct acyclic graph, any transformation that gets performed, it will create a kind of a graph kind of things, right?
Direct
And okay,
cyclic graph.
what are stages and tasks in Spark? When stage gets
Stages.
created in Spark? When the stage gets created in Spark?
Wider
When
transformation.
Partition
During the
and
wider
there is
transformation.
transformation.
When that white transformation takes place, when the shuffling takes place, simply everything is interlinked.
Yes.
During the white transformation, shuffling happens. During the shuffling, stage gets created. Correct?
Stages create.
Simple.
Right.
What are tasks? Task depends
Number
on
of partitions. Number of partitions.
number of
is
size
equal
of
to
the
number of
partitions. See, first of all, I'd like to tell you, in real time, you do not have work with it. Not too much, not much. Okay, broadcast, yes, we have. But certain areas, you do not have a hold. For example, what is that? They'll ask you what is that. But you're not going to do anything work with that. You cannot, like, you're not the one who designs the DAG. But these questions are expected in the interviews. Okay, tell me what is it. Or you know the Spark internals properly. That kind of expectations they do make in the interviews. When the questions get started, any of the interviews you take, you might have seen a modules, right? Project passage, technical questions, scenarios, as well as performance tuning, correct? These are the 4 steps the interviews would actually take place. During, anyone heard about the interview audios that stated in the same pattern? First, they start with, tell me about your project. Then the technical questions, if possible, scenarios, or else optimization techniques. Correct? Any of the interviews you take.
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yes,
Same
Yes, I.
pattern. Same
Yes,
pattern.
I.
Get to that mode. Get to that mode of interviews. Today, tomorrow, next week is a magic date for us. Many things to watch. Today, we are going to see struct types. Tomorrow, we are going to see complex data third type. With that third type, tomorrow, we are going to experience inheritance, looping, conditional statement. We are going to create a method and we are going to instance a method. Many things are planned this weekend and next weekend because next weekend is a project for us. So, many updates are waiting, all of you. The very crucial area. Now, just a quick 2 minutes roadmap. Folks, immediately go on mute, folks. I cannot keep concentrating on the meeting issues right now. Try to understand. All of you try to understand. You have to cooperate at this point of time. If you're going on unmute, immediately check your mutes. Frequently check your mutes. If you're unmuting yourself, go on mute. Kindly do not interrupt me. This is very important time for me. I cannot keep worrying about meeting details here. I cannot feel delicacy about meeting issues here. Handle meeting with care. Now, let me just give it 2 minutes roadmap, folks. Right? Okay. Yeah. At least still here. This is right. This is the first week. I'm talking about this week. Today and tomorrow. As I told you, tomorrow, along with the API data consumptions, like, we're going to have complex data. Same time, you're going to see inheritance, looping, and conditional statement, because we are going to talk about a problem statement. Next week, on Saturday, we have a real-time scenario discussion. Every batch will have a real-time scenario discussion. A real-time scenario will be picked up. Last time also, there was a real-time scenario which we could not handle. For you, there was no like that. When 34 was there, all the batch connected. This real-time scenarios we are going to discuss next week. On Sunday, complex data, mostly generation would be there. Mostly. Along with that, on the same Saturday, we are going to start the project scenario. On the same day, we are going to start a project on Saturday. Next Sunday, we are going to have complex data generation along with resume building session. Make sense, all of you? Done. Next, after this week, okay, we immediately start with AWS. S3, EMR, EC2, EMR, and mostly these three services will be immediately seen next week. There is a reason for me to start AWS immediately. Because by here, this area, you should have already started attending the interviews. This area I'm talking about, that 1 week. Immediately, I'll be handling AWS S3, EC2, and EMR, which actually tell you the cloud deployments in EMR. Cloud deployments. We are going to go with cloud deployments after immediately the week. By that time, you'll get your resume reviewed and uploading. Everything would start by that week. That week I'm talking. Because this is your magic date. Next Sunday is your magic date. The next week is completely allocated with PySpark. Most probably both the days. Completely, we are going to allocate with PySpark, right? 2 weeks after the magic date. And PySpark might extend the 1 more week as well. Here. Another roadmap, furthermore roadmaps would be streamings would come into picture. I don't want to go detail on it, but you'll start your experience. See a psychological roadmap here. You'll get a proper hold on complex data processing here. Then next week, the project, real-time scenario, and resume building will follow as a part of your magic date. You'll start your resume building, you'll start your things, get started here. Resume reviews are made, okay? Within 3 days, I'll review all the resumes. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Next week, I'll tell you the roadmap. Next week, not today. Immediately, we start with AWS because you need the cloud knowledge to tackle an interview, to at least attend an interview. Immediately that week, we have to start at any cost. Followed by PySpark and streaming. Make sense, all of you here? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Week to week roadmap I'm giving you. Right? You can think in one way. Sai, just 1 week for PySpark or 1.5 weeks for PySpark. Anyone got that question in mind?
Yes, I.
See.
Yes, I.
I usually put one diagram. All right. See, imagine there is a food on the plate. There is a food on the plate. Imagine. This food can be handled through or taken through spoon or a fork. Everyone agree my point? Yeah?
Yes,
Basically,
Yes, sir.
you have any change? See, the way spoon and fork, the way we handle the food differs. But is there any change in the food?
No.
No, sir.
That is Spark for you. You got the point, all of you? This is Scala for you. This is Python for you. Understood what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Spark do not change. You will feel PySpark session as a revision session. So again, you're talking the same RDT, same complex data, same integration, same data frames, same DSL, same SQL, same temp views, same DSLs, same joins, everything is same. You feel like a PySpark sessions are a revision sessions. right? Anyway, that gets started. Don't worry. But when the time comes, you itself will understand both are same. Only the way we handle differs, the way we deploy differs, but Spark is all the same. Same Spark context, same Spark sessions. Like we import the classes, methods, everything is same. That time we'll discuss. But understand the roadmap better. Now, let's start with today's agenda. Everyone clear with the agenda? Yeah, roadmap.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
I.
Now, this is the area where we'll get lot many losers, right? People easily give up. Lot many losers. I'll congratulate all of you who will give up going forward due to multiple reasons, not for technology or something. Really congratulating all of you who is going to give up. Who is going to give up? No, Sai. Due to that reason, I could not do this side. This reason, I'm skipping the session side. First of all, I'd like to tell you one thing in a minute. This whole week, myself, Gomati, tried a lot to reach many people. Hey, first tell me, we are going to have the magic date next week. Few folks mentioned this reason side, that personal reason side, that professional reason side, medical reason side, personal, whatever. We are not disturbing anyone here. We are not meant for that also. But I personally, with my schedule, I reached out to them. But doing it or not doing it is your headache, is completely your cup of tea. That's not mine anymore. So, if you are a loser, if you are going to consider as a loser, if you are going to give up, really, really congratulations. All right. I just want to stop at that point. Fine. Let's start with the agenda for today's session. Okay. Have a check here, folks. Now, today, complex data recap. Complex data recap. Struct complex processing. Struct complex data generation. We are going to have a complete complex data recap. Then we are going to have struct complex data processing. Then struct complex data generation. Right? That we'll be seeing this today, completely today. Tomorrow, we are going to experience complex data third type. Processing, generation, I'm keeping that aside because tomorrow we have API data processing using scalar functions. Okay. In that scalar functions, that would include methods, loops, and conditions. That we are going to see as an API data because same we are going to use it in our project. API data processing, we are going to use it in the API data processing next week. That involves loops, conditions, and methods, everything. So before we tackle that project, we'll be seeing all this. So today, we are going to have complex data recap, struct complex data processing, struct complex data generation. Right? Now, there is very important update on gold video. Folks, all of you, keep referring your gold video multiple times. That notes is a mantra for all of you. Keep rotating on that notes, all of you. Right? Let's start with complex data recap. Have a check here. Right? What is actually a complex data? Right? What is actually a complex data? Complex data is nothing but a hierarchical data. Complex data is nothing but a hierarchical data. See, during this hierarchical data, all right, what is actually hierarchical data mean? I have a data, inside that I have data 1, inside that I have some data 2, inside that I have some data 3. Is it not a hierarchical data? All of you remember?
Yes, I.
Right?
Yes.
This is your hierarchical data. So data inside the data, we call it as a hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy is fine. Now, what kind of a data sets will undergo as a hierarchy? XML, JSON, HTML. Will go as a hierarchy. But as a source, HTML is just a web page things, right? As a data source, we don't get that HTML as one of the data sources. predominantly as its source also. XML, yes, we do have it comparatively, but major complex data lies between what? As a JSON.
Yes.
But we'll be solving XMLs also. But in real time, you can extremely experience JSON complex data. JSON complex data we are going to experience in real time. Now, we started complex data last week using jc.json. How we started our complex data, folks? Types of complex data. As I told you, hierarchies are pretty higher. I took some of the examples, right? One sec. I took some of the examples, correct? Imagine, I'll take the example as JSON nested samples. JSON dataset samples. Let me take this as a hierarchy. It's a pretty long data, but this is the data set. Now, let's go to JSON viewer. Now see how the hierarchies will go inside after inside. This data might look simple. Like see, I pasted one JSON data. Now it will show you what is the hierarchy of this data. This may look 0, 1, 2. But if I abbreviate it or expand it, you will see data goes in. Is it not a hierarchical data, all of you?
Yes, sir.
It's a data inside a data. Hierarchies are pretty common in real time today, folks. Nobody is ready to process CSV data. Yeah, I told about generators equations, right? Generators and consumers. Generators and consumers. The one who generate the data have lot many advantages. But for the consumers, it's a great headaches. Correct, all of you? Simple to say in layman. Generation, a lot of REST API calls, lot many things are happening. For consumers, it's a big headache to process it and everything, to flatten it and everything. Then we started with, correct? We started with jc.json. We started with not this one. One sec. What is its file name? JV. Yeah. We started with jv.json. Now, how many hierarchies we have? What kind of hierarchical problems we'll get in real time? How to solve it? What is the solution? Let's try. Let's start with this, okay? Now, let's start with very basic data, okay? Have a check. Let's start is as a JSON, right? How we started?
Later.
Organization name, Zebron. Trainer, Sai. Very simple data. If I read this data, well, data is equal to, or df is equal to, spark.read.format of JSON dot load file colon c data jv.json df.show. So straightforward. Have a check. So this is a straightforward JSON, folks. Then let's complicate this one after other, okay? It's very straightforward. 2 rows. That's it. Oh, sorry. 2 columns. That's it. Pakka? All of you so far? Done?
Yes, I.
Organization is fine. Row is fine. Yeah, I can perform DSL operation. You want to perform SQL operations. You want to perform join operation. This data frame absolutely looking fine. All good. Now start the first complexity. How many types of complexities do you have? How many types of
Three
complexities?
types.
Types.
Types of complex data. Number one, multi-line, correct? Multi-line.
Yes, sir.
What is actually a multi-line? Let me show you. Jason Lint will help you. This is your multi-line. See, no change in the data, no extra columns added, no existing columns deleted. Just the data has become multi-line data. But your Spark starts what? Start throwing the errors. Right, all of you?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Multi-line it cannot accept. Totally 3 types of complexities we have. Check. Now Spark cannot immediately accept a multi-line by default. It simply throws, hey, this is a corrupt record. I cannot process it. This is simply a corrupt record. I cannot process it. Shows what? It's a corrupt record.
Corrupt.
Now to tackle the multi-line, what is a solution we have?
Options multi-line true.
Enable options multi-line true.
I have to say, hey, dear Spark, this is multi-line for you. This is multi-line for you. You have to enable a property multi-line. Then that becomes quite easier for you. Done. Now, let me add few more columns if required. Years of launch. 4 years. Years of launch, 4 years. Done. Now, what is the type of organization? Type, data type. String. Type of trainer?
String.
Type of years?
Integer.
Int or long?
Int.
Int or big int or long? Right?
Long.
Anything is fine. Integer or long. Long is nothing but big int. Now, always when you deal with complex data, the only guy which can help you to understand the schema is print schema. Folks, always have it in mind. This data is a small data. You can easily understand this. Hardly 3 columns. If the data is bigger, extremely bigger, you cannot validate the data, folks. Only schema will help you. Who can help you to understand the schema? It is print schema. Print schema is the only guy can help you. Done. Multi-line issues solved. Now comes the actual problem. Second type is actually simple, folks. Trust me, second type is actually quite simple and fun also. Second type is actually good fun. If you see the second type, what is the second type, folks? It is
Struct.
Struct.
Struct is the second type of complex data. Struct is the second type of complex data. What is actually a struct mean? Nested field. Now comes address. Now comes address field. In this address, last week we have put a statement, right? Permanent address as well as temporary address. Fine. Folks, is this a valid JSON or not? Any leads here? Okay. Sai, this is a valid JSON, Sai. This may not be a valid JSON, Sai. I don't know, Sai. Confused, Sai. I need to check, Sai. Which category?
This is the valid.
This is a valid.
JSON data.
How many of you doubtful, Sai? Oh, everyone knows
Sai.
JSON
No.
designs, huh?
No.
See, to validate
No,
the
Sai.
JSON, copy this Go to JSON lint, which I'm using here. The same. Type JSON lint. Go to JSON lint. Paste the JSON here and validate it once. That will tell you whether it's a valid JSON. Got the point, all of you? Yeah. If it is small data, it is okay. Larger data, you cannot paste. Small data is okay. Valid JSON. Now, this is properly a valid JSON. No issues in the JSON. Now, Spark have to process this JSON. Now, if I see organization field, it is Zebron and the type is string. If you see trainer, that it is sign, the type is string. Years 4, the type is integer. The type of permanent address is string. The type of temporary address is string. But type of address is going to be struct. Struct. Okay. Now have a check. That's the second type of complexity. Now, if I run this data, folks, always have what? What you should always have? Schema. Print schema. Always have print schema. Small data so you can understand. When the data increases, you cannot understand. Now check. Organization is string type. Trainers is string type. Years is long. But address is which type? Folks, tell me.
Structure type. Struct type.
In very simple words to say, you can call a field as struct field if it is a flower braces. You got my point, all of you? Make sense? Simple.
Yes, sir.
As a beginner, I'm telling you. Later on, if the data is 40 million, 50 million, if it is coming as Parquet, this is JSON, okay. Parquet is also imprinted with JSON inside it. That creates a lot of mess. But as a beginner, I'm telling you, if it is a flower braces, it is a struct type. But what is actually a struct type mean? Try to understand. What is actually a struct type mean? Logically, try to understand this. Struct type is a master field. Inside, I have few more fields. Right? Inside, I have few more fields. Once a third type comes into picture, you will realize it. Okay, what's the difference between struct and the third type? Right? But this is, struct is nothing but a field inside a field. Right? Now, let me add one more field. Let me add one more field. What is a new field got added? Tell me. Work address.
Work address.
Is it a valid JSON? Shall we validate this once to check whether it's a valid JSON?
Yes.
Paste it and validate it. Paste it and validate it. You'll see it as valid JSON. Okay. So far it is valid, folks. No problem at all. All good. Let's read the data frame once, then start solving this particular data. See the schema. Concentrate schema. If you can crack the schema, data frame is very soft for you, very full for you. Data frame becomes so lenient for you. If you can able to crack schema. Now, have a check. Check here. You can ask me, Sai, why is it jumbled? Is it not jumbled actually? I mean, actually, organization should come first, correct?
Sir.
Work address should come last.
Yes,
This
sir.
is alphabetical order. It's an alphabetical order. A, O15, T20, W23. Sorry, W20, U21, V20, W23. Yes, Y25. So this is alphabetical order. It's get sorted in the alphabetical order. Always JSON gets sorted in the alphabetical order. JSON always sorts in the alphabetical order. Don't worry about that. That's a common feature of JSON. Now, all the fields are looking fine, but not one field. Which field is that? It is address field.
Address.
I want to perform a DSL operation for this. I have to perform a filter operation for this. Is it not so awkward to see the data frame like this if I want to perform SQLs? Yeah. Now, if I want to perform filters for the permanent address, if I want to concat some columns to the permanent address, concat and a value for a permanent address, if I want to process the data or the fields sitting inside a struct field or a nested fields, it would be so hard if you have data like this. Agreed or not, all of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes, I.
Correct.
Check here. This is my data, which is not good. This is my schema, which is not good. Now, if I can make this data frame better, how to make a data frame better? Check. Is this your better data frame, all of you? Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
This becomes a better data frame. If I give a data frame like this, you can able to perform the operations, any kind of operations on it, basically.
Yes.
Yes, possible. And my schema, I should have a flattened schema. We call it as a flattened. What we call it as, folks? It is flattened schema. Have a check here. Now, with this data frame, if I can able to make this data frame, flatten it, flatten in the sense, no nested fields, no fields inside a field. If I get a chance to flatten this data frame completely, it would be really great if I flatten this and process it. But the actual data is not looking good in the address. This guy is not good. This is a nested field. But I have to find a way to flatten it completely. Correct, all of you? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the solution? What is the solution to flatten a struct type to a normal type? Normal type. Have a check. Folks, everyone understood what is struct type first of all? Everyone understood the basics of struct type?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Yes,
It's a field inside a field. Now I have to find a way to flatten this. I have to find a way to completely flatten this data. How to flatten this data? Solution is solution is very simple, very, very simple. What is it? What is it?
Press
Dot.
What is a solution to handle struct type?
Dot.
Dot. Dot. Yes, dot. Dot. The answer is dot. A dot can easily flatten a struct type. Let's do that. Why to wait? Check. Val flatten DF. Flattening. We call this operation as flattening. Even in real time, the calls, the discussion started as, can you flatten the JSON? What happened to the flattening of JSON? What is the progress of flattening it? So flatten DF. DF dot select. Okay. Folks, except the address field. Can you tell me other fields except the address fields? All right. What are
Trainer,
Trainer.
work address,
org, trainer,
Trainer, work address.
Work
address.
Yes.
Yours.
done. Now, this is looking fine. All the other fields are selected Paka. All the other fields are selected Paka. Organization, trainer, work address, and years. Now, I have to take this permanent address out of address. I have to take the temporary address out of this address. I don't want this as address field. But how to tackle the struct type? What is the solution? It is
Dot.
address dot.
Permanent
Dot
address.
permanent address.
Permanent address.
Simple. Struct is very simple, folks. Very, very simple.
Yes, permanent.
Address dot.
Just dot temporary. address.
Temporary.
Trust me, I'll tell you one advice. When you deal with complex data, I'll tell you an advice. Do not type the fields. Did I type the fields anywhere? Didn't I copy paste it here, all of you? Yeah.
Yes.
Always copy paste it. Because you in this complex, if the data is big, you cannot tackle the spelling mistakes. Always copy paste it. Then only you'll be in the safe zone. Now, to call the struct fields out of the nested fields, to call the struct fields which is inside a struct outside the struct type, right? What is the solution we got? As a
Dot
Dot.
operator. Dot.
that's it. Happily going. Flat df dot show. But what I told you, for every data frame, what you have to do? Better.
Print schema.
Schema.
Print schema.
Always print the schema. Better, always better. Now run the code. Let's see whether data frame got flattened. One sec. I missed something. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I kept comma in the last. Yeah. Let's see whether I'll get a flattened data frame. Pakka? Expected data frame.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Folks, have a check. This is my complex data frame. If I had to perform any transformations, it's always better to have a flattened data frame. At least, which are the fields you're going to perform, you may not know in future which fields I'll be performing. So, if you got a transformation business requirement, it's always better to flatten the columns. It's always better to flatten the columns. That's what I have done here. I have flattened this data frame completely to get this data frame out. Folks, just give me 1 minute. Window shades has come down. Just give me. Sorry, yeah. This is what a simple flatten of data. Dot. All right. Now, how many types of complex data types we have? I mean, complex data processing we have 3 types.
3 types.
First one is multi-line. What is the
Struct.
solution for multi-line?
Enable the true.
What is the second
Multi-line should be
type?
true.
Multi-line.
Multi-line.
Struct. What is the solution for struct? So,
Dot of
Dot
use the dot
operation.
operator.
few folks should have running in mind. I'm not sure how many folks is running in your mind. Few folks should have been running. Those who are not having that in mind, let me give it as an idea. Sai, if I have 500 fields, do I keep giving this select? All the columns you have to select. Anyone got that idea in mind?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
See, I have to flatten only these two rows. I just need only these two rows, these two columns. Unnecessarily, I'm selecting all these columns unnecessarily. Who will come into picture now to tackle the situation?
Column.
Who will come into picture to tackle the situation?
With column.
With
column.
With column.
With column comes into picture. See, I want to flatten only one column, just address. I have to make address dot permanent address, address dot temporary address. But all the other columns are not needed. We can flatten it without selecting it. That's the next step we are going to do. We'll come to it. Before that, let's flatten one more file. Let's flatten one more file. Ready, all of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Folks, this time you're going to tell me how to flatten this whole data. Donut. Fine. Did you see this data?
Yes.
But
Yes, sir.
don't immediately read the data. You cannot read the whole the data. No, don't do that. First, read the data. Print the schema. Later on, we can think about solving that next. First, read the data. Donut1.json. Now, analyze the schema, flatten the data frame. Only schema matters a lot. Okay, complex data. Complex JSON. Fine. Understand the schema very well? Oh man, what is this?
Inside data.
Complex
Yes,
JSON.
No,
I.
actually, we have it in
JSON.
C.
Data.
Complex JSON.
Yeah.
That's it? I think yes.
It's donut, not donut one.
No, donut one. I renamed it actually. All right. First, let's read the schema. Paka. Fine. Did you see a schema here? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Done. It's done. Now, you tell me, I want to flatten this completely. Let's go with select, at least for now. To get a proper hold of data, let's go with select. Val flatten df. Tell me. df dot. Let's go with select.
Select.
Image dot
Image
dot height.
No.
Image
Go in
dot-
an order. Go in an order.
ID.
ID.
Dot.
ID.
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 Image
dot-
image dot height.
Image dot height.
Image dot
Image dot URL.
Image dot
Image dot
Image dot
Height,
width.
URL and width.
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 Name type.
Name and type. That's it, no? All of you?
Yes.
Understood.
Aye.
Simple struct. Simple flatten. Flatten df dot show. Flatten df dot
Print schema.
Print schema.
That's it. Always print the schema. Now let's see this. Paka? Flattened data frame?
Yes.
Yes, I.
It's a flattened data frame. All of you are clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Done.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Because why I'm reclarifying it again, I'm going to go a step ahead of toughness slowly. This is simple JSONs. Hey, I have a struct, right? Image.height, it will come out. Image.url, it will come out. Image.width, it will come out. Happily, it will come out. But let's go a step ahead. With my donut1.json, let me add a quite complexity here. Did you understood this data first?
Yes, I.
Yes,
Yes,
I.
I.
How many of you could not
Yes, I.
understand this? No side, nothing side, zero side.
Understood, sir.
Nested.
So can I consider everyone understood?
Not able to understand.
Again, I'm telling you,
Understood, sir.
you cannot understand the whole data, folks. You cannot understand the whole data. Trust me. This is a valid JSON. This is a very valid JSON. But if this is this size of data, you can easily analyze it. You can easily understand this. But if it is a very large data sets, you cannot keep validating the data. What is the only way to understand the data? Tell me.
Print schema.
Only print schema. Let's print the schema, then understand the schema first, then start flattening it. Yes. Did you see the schema here?
So
What is a major change I have done here?
struct within the struct.
Hi, Raju.
One sec. Mega? Are you busy,
Yes,
Mega?
sir.
Are you busy?
No, sir. I
Okay.
answered.
Oh, you
Hi,
answered,
Raju.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Struct, right? You have struct. What is the change between first and second? I mean, the before example and this example. Before, I used to have the fields to the struct directly, correct? Yes? What is a major change here? Another
Struct
struct is
within a
come.
struct.
Okay, you tell me. Okay. You tell me how to do the selection. You itself tell me.
Image dot
See, I'm doing the same.
Dot data.
Image dot data dot height.
Image dot data dot height.
See, what is the only solution to handle the struct? Tell me.
Dot operation.
Dot operation is the only way to tackle the situation. Now, which field will come straight forward? Tell me.
ID.
ID
name and type.
ID straightforward column. Let me type it here. Let me answer it here. First, ID is a straightforward column. Concentrate, folks. ID is a straightforward column. Unless double quotes is not required. Okay, imagine all the fields are in the double quotes. ID, I'll do a select straight away. Next, image dot data dot
height.
image dot data dot
URL.
image dot
Data
dot
dot
data
width.
dot with
image dot
Store.
Store. Name and
name,
type.
type. Make sense? All of you here? How to
Yes,
flatten
I.
this?
Yes,
Simple.
yes, sir.
Simple. If a struct comes into, if you want struct, you see the struct. What should only thing you should run in your mind immediately?
What operator?
That's it. Nothing should run in your mind to flatten it. If it is a struct field, ID is a state forward field here. To reach out to data, I have to make image dot data. Image dot data dot height. Image dot data dot URL. Image dot data dot width. Okay, imagine this is a lead and teammates equation. Lead and teammates equation. You tell me, height field is reporting to whom? To whom he is reporting? Height field.
Data.
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 URL is reporting to data. Width is reporting to data. Store is reporting to whom?
Image.
Image.
See the line, folks. You understood the logic here? Excellent.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Name, nobody it reports. Type, no one it reports. Now, this is a way we have to flatten this data. Let's go ahead. Val, flatten df is equals to df dot
Select.
select. As of now, go with the select, folks. We'll come to this with column shortly. Now have a check. ID, always copy paste, don't type. Then image dot data dot height.
Height.
Image dot
Data dot URL.
data dot URL. Okay, same applies. Image dot data dot width. Then image dot store.
Image dot.
Name is straightforward. Type is straightforward. Done. Now flatten df dot show. Always flatten df dot
Schema.
Don't forget. Dot operator. Dot. If you see struct, the only thing should run in your mind is struct. Proper flattened data frame and schema. Easy to understand the struct type, folks?
I.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
Struct is actually easy, trust me. The third type is actually the bigger guy. But struct type is actually really easy. Struct. Complex data type of struct. Fine. Before I go with the questionnaire round, shall we quickly see with column way to tackle this? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Have a check. Let's go with the old one. I mean, jv.json. Let's go to the older guy. Concentrate, concentrate. Now, which field is problematic here?
Address field.
Address. All the other fields are no problem. So, unnecessarily, I'm selecting all the columns, correct?
Yes.
That's not recommended. Now, flattening it using with column. What is actually a with column logic? You remember the logic provided by with column? What with column usually tells you.
Column name and this.
Which column, which expression?
Which column and which expression?
Give me a column name.
And expression. What expression?
Give me an expression. Agreed or not, all of you? Give me a call name. And give me a expression.
Yeah.
Give me either one. See, give me a column name, give me an expression. I'll perform. But with respect to the column name, what he says, if it's an existing column, I will impact. If it's new column, I will add in the
Last field.
Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Okay. Hope everyone remember this. Yeah.
Yes, I.
If it's an existing column, I will impact. If it's a new column, I'll add it in the last. Now, have this logic, these 3 lines in your mind very carefully. Now, let's tackle the same situation using with column. I'm nowhere going to bother these 3 columns. I'm not going to select these 3 columns. Only this guy will be in my target. These 3 guys will be in my target. I'll flatten it, provided not bothering these columns. Have a check now. Val flatten df is equals to. Val flatten df is equals to.
df dot
df dot
With column.
with column.
address dot.
Now, what I have to give here? You itself tell me.
Permanent
address.
I think we need to give the address dot permanent address and the address dot temporary address.
Okay, let me show you that. Folks, closely watch out this schema. Closely watch out this schema, okay? This is my schema. Now, what I'll do, I will give here as permanent address. Which column I'm expecting here? Tell me. Permanent address.
Permanent address.
Who is the other guy along with this?
Temporary address.
Temporary address.
Temporary address. Now, to which column I have, what I have to assign to this column? Okay, with column,
Address
permanent
dot
address, okay.
permanent address.
I have to assign address dot.
Permanent address.
permanent address.
Address dot permanent address.
This
What
one-
I should have here? Tell me.
Address
Address dot.
Address dot temporary
temporary
address.
address.
Makes sense, all of you? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Simple.
SI.
SI.
Very simple. With column, permanent address. Address dot permanent address. Temporary address. Address dot temporary address. I will perform this expression and I'll allocate to which column here? Tell me. To the column which I mentioned.
Temporary address.
Temporary
Correct.
address.
It will perform for sure, but it will assign to temporary address. This will be performed for sure. It will be assigned to permanent address. For sure, it gets performed. Shall we print the schema now? All of you? Yeah. Dot show, dot print schema. But you will see some strange schema level. Have a check. Have a check. You'll see something very strange in the schema, print schema. What happened?
Last.
Where it got added?
New columns got added to the
New
last.
column.
Last.
It
It
added in
got
the
added in the
last.
last.
address is still existing.
I'll tell you.
Drop it.
Have a check. Did you see the second line? All of
Yes,
you?
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Have a check. This permanent address is a part of your schema, but is it a part of your first hierarchy? Tell me.
No.
First hierarchy. Top level columns. Tell me.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
It is inside somewhere. Yes or no? Actually, correct. So whether it's whatever the column I give here, it will check only on the first hierarchy. Make sense, all of you?
Yes, I.
We'll see only in the first hierarchy. Or else, if I give a permanent address, I'll ask you one question. Now, with column, permanent address. Now, you tell me, Spark will consider this permanent address, looking at the schema, as an existing column or a new column. You tell me.
New column.
Column.
New column. New column only.
Why it will consider it as a new column? Because it is
Because
not
it checks
existing.
only first order of hierarchy.
inside the schema. It is nowhere existing in the first hierarchy. Yes or no? All of you? Yeah.
Yes.
That's only check. That's the reason these two columns got added where? In the
Last.
it got added in the
Last.
Now, I already took it out. I already pulled this permanent address out, temporary address out. See the data frame. I took this permanent address out already, temporary address out, which is unnecessary here, not required here.
Address column.
Drop address.
You can simply what? You can
Struct.
Drop the column.
Drop.
drop. Because I already pulled all the columns out. Pakka? All of you?
Yes,
Simple. Very simple. Now I am performing this filter performing this flattening without selecting other columns. Just with the width column itself, I flatten this whole data. Correct? Simple. That's the logic. But imagine if you are using width column, for this you have to create one width column. For this you have to use one width column. But during the width column, whether it's this column name, whether it's an existing column or new column, it should sit in what? Only in the first hierarchy. If it is sitting in the first hierarchy, it will impact, or else it will add in the what? Add will in the bottom. The last. It will add in the bottom. That's what happened here. This we're solving it using width column. Now, all of you ready for a quick recap? Then we go for the questionnaire rounds. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Check. First, we have jv.json. Concentrate, folks. Concentrate. jv.json. You cannot understand the data sets immediately. That's the reason we first print the schema and check it. Now, I want to flatten this. Val flatten df is equals to df dot select. How can I solve it using select? You directly straight away select the columns. Address dot, tell me, dot, permanent address.
Permanent address. Address dot temporary address.
Temporary address. Then other fields are straightforward. Work address. Years. Always copy paste, please. Then flatten df dot show, flatten df dot print schema. Done. This is one way of flattening the schema using select. This is one way of processing the data using select. Done. But to flatten these two fields, I'm unnecessarily selecting all the other columns. Yes or no? Yeah. Now, how to tackle this up? We can solve it using dot with column. With column, I give it as permanent address. Take only the necessary columns. Permanent address. But what should go to this particular data? Tell me inside. Address dot permanent address. What should go? What is the other column I have to take?
Temporary.
With column temporary address.
Temporary address.
Address dot
Temporary.
That's it.
Drop
Now,
address.
what I have to see. Now, this column is considered as a new column. Even though that's a part of your schema, this column Spark will consider as a new column because that is not part of your first hierarchy. Only first hierarchy is address, org, trainer, work address, and years. Now, this will be considered as a new column. Now, dot drop address. We don't require this column anymore. We are already pulling out these two columns in the first two lines. We are already pulling out these two columns in the first two lines. This will come out at the end. This will come at the end. This is no more required. So I'm dropping the address. This is your scheme. If I'm giving a nested struct, you have to use that many dots. Correct, all of you? Hope you remember that. Hope you remember this nested struct. That's the
Yes, sir.
struct field. Pakka. I solved it using with column. I'm nowhere bothered about all this columns. Nowhere I mentioned about it. That's struct for you. Whenever you get a struct in mind, what should roll in your mind immediately? Immediately.
Dot operator.
Dot operator.
Dot operator. Pakka. Now you can raise your hand. Go ahead, Venkat.
Sai, see in real time, the data it will be not like this actually. So it will be so complex actually, correct? So there will be inside the nested, there will be so many.
Obviously.
If you don't mind, can I share my screen just for 1 minute?
Not right now, Venkat. What is it about?
Actually, I had downloaded one of the data set actually, that complex data set. So in that actually there are inside the struct there will be many structs and it's a complex data JSON data. So in that case, how we can process?
Share me that print schema to me.
Sorry.
Show me the print schema to me. Okay. If you have the third type, I will not handle that right now. If your data has the third type, I will not handle it. Wait for the right time, Venkat. I understand the proactiveness, but wait for the third type also come into picture, Venkat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Manas.
Yes, for example, in the JSON data, if we got like multiple hierarchy data, like 10 times, 4 times, we need it's partition data. So can we have any process like we need to process like with column multiple times, like 10 times, 20 times?
No other option.
Any else?
See, dynamically, there is one option. I'll tell you during the last time of this complex data topic, maybe next Sunday. Dynamically, we can flatten it. You doesn't require any of this selects and everything. There is one method that code is available in Google. Someone created it. That dynamically you can do. You can assign that as a method. You can call that method. But in real time, we flatten only the fields which we require. You got it? We flatten the fields which we require.
The requirement comes on like the 2 or 3 or 4 like that. If I think if it is more than 20 or 30.
Two things. That's what I'm saying. I got your question. What I mean to say is, if it is 30 fields, it was also okay. Because I may have 900 columns, 1000 columns, right? That time you can do this selects. No problem. But in one of my projects requirement, I have to flatten the whole 900 columns. Out of the 900 columns, almost 90 to 100 fields are struct fields. That time I was finding for one method. One guy created a method in one of the forums. I put it, it worked. Till that, the only option you have is. One second. Sorry, Yasser. Yasser, I'm removing Yasser. Really sorry, Yasser. Really sorry, Yasser. Okay. Sorry, Yasser. Yeah, I removed Yasser. Okay. Now, and that's what I mean to say. See, if it is dynamicality, that's only option. If it is 30 to 40 columns, is reasonably okay in my experience. I'm telling you, put the with column or selects. That's far better. We usually handle 1000 columns, 4000 columns like that, Manas. That time, go with the dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. Actually, I want to know if interview ask in a other way, then I need to explain.
This should be the answer. Dynamicality, we found one method. It would help us. I'll show you that method. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ruben. Ranjit could be the last question. Go ahead, Ruben.
Sir, how can we, in a permanent address and the temporary address, how can we move the front of the organization?
How can we know the permanent address, temporary address? What is it?
In front of the organization, sir. Before Zebron.
I don't understand. Before Zebron?
Before Zebron, how can be temporary address and permanent address in front, sir?
You want me to get these two columns at the front?
Yes, sir.
You can do one thing. You can put a select, order it accordingly. Or else, you remember in the revision session, I told about a list, column list, call list, val call list. Remember, Ruben? Create an order of the columns here. Right?
Yes, sir.
And pass that call list in the select here. That's also a problem. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Nagarani?
Yeah, so my question is, address is struct type, and within that also the string, both are string. No. What if
different. It has the different data types, like a struct within the struct, different data types. What will be
Doesn't
the,
matter. Whatever the data types. If it is a struct, go with the dots. If it is a straightforward, select it straight away. Nothing will happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Sai Vamsi?
Yeah, hi Sai. So you mentioned the two types of two ways how to flatten the data, right? So if it is struct means we want to use dot, and if so for that we are using DSL operations, right? These are DSL operations.
This is not DSL, correct?
Yeah. Okay. So why we are using multi-line then? So if
the data is multi-line, right? Is it in multi-line? Is it a single line or multi-line?
No, multi-line.
That's the reason we are using it.
Okay. For that, we are using the Spark to read the data in the
Yes.
multi-line way.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Last question, Ranjit.
Yes, regarding print schema, we are getting the that data types, right? So using this is correct. Using these data types, we can load data in RDBMS something. So can we use this data type, or we have to manually check the
Which data type?
Print schema? Then it is showing the integer, string, and everything.
Correct. Yes, you can. When you create the data in RDBMS, automatically long becomes it.
Okay.
This data types will go in the RDBMS end. Yeah.
Yeah. That is okay.
Yeah.
The second question, say, suppose many columns are there of 1,000, 2,000, then we have to nested column. Then we have to put this manually, right, one by one.
I already answered this question, Ranjit.
Done. Okay.
Okay, let me re-answer it. See, if it is almost flattening all the columns, I'll give you the method during the end of this complex data type. Let the third type also come in. Then I'll give you that method that make more sense. But in real time, in my case also, I'll pick the columns whichever I require. That's it. I'll not select all the necessary columns. In my project, I have 1,200 columns. Out of it, I have to pick only the columns, process it only the necessary columns I want. Getting it?
Okay.
That time selects would help. No other option, go with the dynamic method. Yeah.
Okay, sir. And sir, one question that XML and JSON, you told we are parsing these types of semi-structured data. But what about the serialized data? Do we need to parse these types of data?
I already told you, right? Spark and Avro also have the JSON imprinted in it. Definitely Avro and Parquet will generate complex data also.
Okay. Thank you.
Got it? Yeah. Fine. All of you ready for a short hands-on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
But I'm giving you both the methods. With column method as well as the select way of processing the data. But I'll send you a screenshot first, not the whole code, folks. Okay. Let me place it here. Done. Now, start with jv.json. Slowly, let's increase the complexity, folks. We'll definitely increase the complexity. We're still in the beginning level, right? Now, API data reads are almost having many columns. We are going to see that. Now, let me share you the jv.json data. Lab folks, I'll be giving you the wget command. I think wget command. Lab folks, can you create a file? You can create your own file, right? Okay, vi command is required. Okay, anyway, let me give you. Now I'm pasting the screenshot of read data, folks. Don't come up with the setup issues, folks, please. Okay. Don't come up with setup issues, please. Okay, open braces, close braces, please. Okay, that's not meant for it. Fine. I just sent you the solution screenshot. Now, Start your work. Others, start your work. Data is ready. Fine. Lab folks, the data is ready. Okay. Trigger this duplicate command. For lab folks, I've sent you that command. The target is flatten it using select as well as using with column. Now, if you can please share your screens, please. One sec. Now you can, yeah. I'll give the code another couple of minutes, but meanwhile, give you a try. Maximum, give you a try. Don't come up with setup issues, Scala library containers issues, please. What is it, Kanan?
Sorry, I share my screen. When I run this application, 5 minutes. It's taking 5 minutes to started only. It's showing. Why the reason?
No, first of all, this project got corrupted. Can you see a warning symbol here? Here, you see a warning symbol.
Yes.
Create a new project and give it a try once.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Folks, just 1 week left for the magic date, folks. Next Sunday, we have the magic date. So far you ran really well. Come to till this point. Losers are always losers. I don't bother them. But a lot of time and sacrifice you have done so far till this moment. Just one more week. From next week, the clouds, the opportunities, the resume reviews, buildings, everything, profile building, this comes into picture. So stay connected, stay consistent, folks. Stay consistent. Those 10% of the folks who have not completed the goal video, please complete it very high priority. This week we have another work. Really, we have another work for we have to set the targets. Do not skip, folks. Do not have thoughts to skip tomorrow also. Tomorrow is the complex type, third type. It will not understand the first attempt. It will understand the third or fourth attempt. So if you are skipping a session, then it's a very big risk. Don't consider videos can help you. Okay. So that cannot help you going forward. Not even it will help you now, but still. Archana, take care of double quotes, please. Column should come in the double quotes. No. This is not the way. Check the code. Check how to tackle it with column. 2 with columns you have to use. 1 with column can solve only one at a time. Yeah.
Got it.
Lab folks, is it working? You downloaded the data? Lab folks.
Yes, I downloaded the data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giving the code, folks. Send to the code in the announcement group. No, Zoom is not accepting the code because of size. Sent you in 2 ways, okay? 2 steps. Yeah. Carefully take care of project. If you face any issues in the project, immediately create a new project. Take care of your scalar library containers. Take care of the data path. Take care of everything, folks. Anyone facing issues? Raise your hand. You have to share your screen when you raise your hand. Without sharing your screen, I cannot address actually. Right? I see Durba and Vamsi has raised their hand without sharing your screen. That will not work that way. Okay. I'll not even address you. Yeah. Siley, go ahead. What is it?
I'm getting your this process in front of this.
No. The project issue. Give me the access.
Create now. Okay.
Access.
Yeah.
Run it now. Data frame spelling issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Vamshi?
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting this error, sorry.
Access. That's actually not the error. With access. Corrupt record. Where is multi-line, Vamsi? Where is multi-line? Please, Vamsi.
Done, Sai, in lab.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Kripa?
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why I am getting this right df dot so here?
No. Access. Give me the access. Give me the access.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm asking Sally. Sally, really sorry. Yeah, tell me. It's DF1, right, Durba?
Yeah.
It's DF1, not DF.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not sure who is raising hand without sharing their screen. I'm not sure who are they. So, Kumaran? It will be at the bottom of my list, folks. I cannot even address them. Kumaran, go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, so I'm just getting this error.
Access. Corrupt record. Multi-line spelling. Kumaran.
Okay. I'll answer. Thank you.
Pramila? I cannot address the folks who has raised their hands and not sharing the screen because it will be in the bottom of the list. Pramila?
Yeah, I'm getting corrupted record.
Multi-line spelling.
Expression also.
This is
EXPR.
going beyond the line, folks. Try to understand. All of you. I cannot correct the spelling mistakes here. Take care of the spellings. Please. Mallikarjun, last 1 minute, folks. We have more. Mallikarjun.
Expression.
Give me the access. Give me the access, Mallikarjun. Give me the access, Mallikarjun. Mallikarjun, where is a multi-line true, Mallikarjun? I'm wasting my time, see. Mallikarjun, there is something else multi-line true. In my code I have given you. I have explained you last week and today also. But you have to put it here. Okay, Mallikarjun? Understood? Don't kill the time. Please, Aruna. Aruna, give me the access. Spelling mistake, Aruna. That's the reason I asked you to copy paste it, Aruna. I asked you to copy paste it. Don't type it. Okay? Folks, all of you stop your screens. This is killing the time. This is killing the time.
Sai, small doubt can I ask?
Doubt or execution blocker?
I just want to know if the project got corrupted in real time also we have to recreate it.
No, not required. You'll connect to Git. Not corrupted. All of you stop your screens, please. All of you stop your screens. Folks, what is happening? See, few folks will forget to put multi-line true. Few folks will do spelling mistakes in multi-line. Few folks will do mistakes on fields. I clearly stated to copy paste the fields. I clearly stated to put multi-line very clearly. Take care of spellings. Don't be so ignorant, folks. Very ignorant, very ignorant. This is very carelessness. Be very careful, please. Yeah. Any other issues? Let's handle that later. Out of time. Yeah. Now, everyone understood the struct field now? Better? Yeah. Folks, take care of spelling issues. In front of you also, I copy pasted the fields. I also didn't type the fields. Take care of multi-line spellings. Take care of enabling the property. Please revalidate, re-revalidate and come to me. I'll definitely address you. Right? Yeah. Fine. Folks, before I give a break, Firstly, thank you for the folks, because it's a very official announcement that we opened discount enrollments of 50 days before yesterday. The inquiries started popping in. Since we are going to start a new batch in another 6 to 7 weeks, we made an initial announcement bit early. The only reason, only for the 35 folks and 36 folks has a privilege to refer them. But in website also, we didn't update that. By the time we update to the website, things would be different. The calls would be higher. But we started a new batch. All right. We are going to start a new batch in another 6 to 7 weeks. That discount enrollments are open and it's quite fastly filling up than expected. In case of any referrals, I am the only point of contact, folks. Even Hema and Gomati got so many calls in this 2 days. It's a very official announcement. The new batch starts in 6 to 7 weeks. Ask them to directly call me. Please stay on mute for the God's sake. Please. Okay. Take care of meeting. And for batch 36, the referral cashbacks will be starting the next, mostly the first week of April, once they pay the fee. And one more thing, those 12 or 11 folks got left out in the previous cashback settlement because your referrals gave the names a bit late. Such kind of reasons will also be taken care in this slots for providing the cashbacks. Okay. So regard any of the referrals, you can ask them your referrals to call me. But this time we had a kind of a clinch of so many discount enrollments open for batch 36. That got a lot of cringe over the budgeting. So mostly we'll not open so many discount enrollments this time. So no extensions also. So in case of any reference, ask them to call only me. I'm the only point of contact, folks. Yeah. And next Sunday is your magic day. Hope everyone remember. So stay constant. Now, shall we take a short break, all of you? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. And as you know, the referral cashbacks would be 2,000 per referral. That will be settled as a part of the referral cashbacks. Not for referral cashbacks, I know. This is just a gratitude from our end, folks. Not about the money, but it's a kind of a gratitude from our end. So really like the training, you can refer your friends. Then let's meet back sharp by 5:45 AM IST. Struct field or struct type generation of complex data. Thanks a lot, folks. Meet back in 10 minutes. Stay in the meeting. Don't leave and join back. Please don't leave and join back. I cannot handle the meeting issues. Let's meet back sharp in 9 minutes. Thank you. For the final time, I'm telling you, don't leave and join back. Leave your device and go. I'm disabling all the things, please.
Hi, sir.
Yes. So yeah, call me.
Yes, I am facing issue.
Share your screen.
Okay. I created a new project, but it is showing import over. I added a jar also. Add all.
Imports issue.
See, what is this new pack?
New package. I have created a package that is default. That is wrong.
No, this something is wrong, Karan. See, if you follow the same steps, you actually not face issues. System will
Okay.
never do it wrong, actually. But I see the lot of glitch here. Where is Spark? Where are Spark jars?
Spark jars.
Where is Spark Core? Where is Spark SQL? No, Karan, add Spark jars. Add Spark
Okay.
jars, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Others, what is it?
Yeah, I just I have one question. So if we perform some aggregate function, let's say group by, so we are selecting on the two columns by
You can
performing the
perform
group by slash on
aggregation,
two columns.
provided you should have a flattened
I
data
want,
frame.
yeah.
Okay, Adarsh, let's move.
How we
Let's
can
move.
get the entire column?
Adarsh, I'll handle the questions, this is not the question around. Okay, please. I'll answer. I'll definitely answer. I was connecting 2 minutes early because to solve the blockers, not the questions. I'm there. If you raise your hand, I've been keep on answering all the questions after 7 o'clock. Don't worry, I'll answer it. Yeah. Fine. Folks, everyone check that SQL video.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How was it? Understandable?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
good.
Yeah.
Till
Everything. Sorry. Anyway. So did you see that every topic except the last explore thing I should have, explore or export list or collect list, except everything I should have explained, right? And the date thing. Like lead,
Yes.
lag. Now you got to know what is actually the windowing
Yes,
functions
sir.
mean. Row number, rank, dense rank. Everything I have explained, folks. Just 1 hour 45 minutes video. SQL video I have prepared. All right. So if you want, you can start watching that video using the SQL document I have provided. Okay. Everyone saw that, right?
Yes, I.
Yes,
Yeah. This I have created, folks. My only kind request, right? Verify everything what I have just mentioned here. I have executed one after other, almost 1.5. This video might look 1.5 hours, but it took around 3 to 4 hours for me to prepare it. Documents, issues, something I have almost took around 4 to 5 hours to prepare this. right? So utilize this. This SQL, every point I have mentioned in SQL is very important. Predominantly rank functions, windowing functions. This is a ranking and windowing, right? This rank and windowing functions, I have made a logical explanation of everything. So that comes under mostly scenarios. Dense rank comes mostly the scenarios part. What is actually the dense rank? Everything I've explained it. So anyone completely saw it, or just like that you have saw it? Anyone completely watched it?
Yes, complete.
No.
Yes, completed.
Okay.
Completed, sorry.
Completed. So those who have not done, please check your announcement group. I already posted the SQL video. All right. So kindly watch it. Kindly watch it. This complete whatever is there in the SQL document, I completely covered it. All functions along with the executions. That I also uploaded in the website also. All right. Now that I have uploaded the website also, but no one should have gotten access. Same video. I put in the same video here, that is SQL practice. That video I'll upload. Like I'll give access to you. Same video will play in website also. But I upload on the YouTube because it becomes easy to access even in the phone. When you go, you can make it as a offline downloads also. That's the reason I made it. Okay. Can you practice this whole week if possible? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Fine.
Hi, Sai.
Yeah, share the link.
Hello, Sai.
Yes, yes.
Sai, I'm facing issue.
Which issue?
I share my screen.
No, not right now. We have to move. We have to move. Not right now. I'll correct it. In the next hands-on, you can share your screen. I'll correct that. Yeah. Again, I'm pasting it. I already pasted, but still I'm spending time to paste it. Okay. Okay. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel.
Sure, Sai.
I'm just I'm just kidding here. I'm absolutely using YouTube only for this video uploads, not for subscribers. Get a business out of it. Not at all. Imagine, I train totally 5,000 to 6,000 people. My YouTube subscribers itself 3.4K. If I should have marketed it, I should have marketed it very well. But I don't want to do that. I'm using YouTube only predominantly for this uploads of YouTube. No business out of it. Yeah. Now, have a check here, folks. Now, let me talk one strange requirement. Very, very strange requirement, folks. Right? And one more thing. If anyone wants to leave in next 1 minute. You never know how many people we discontinue. I don't want to say the numbers. Anyone wants to leave in 1 minute. I'm giving exactly minute time. If you leave after that, it will not be good for you and me. Without a proper justified reason. Don't take me wrong. Don't take me wrong. Okay. That's how the rule is here. Now, we came up with a strange requirement. You can think, Sai, is it possible in real time to get such requirement? Yes. We are data engineers. We have to make impossible possible, possible to impossible. Folks, did you see jv.json? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the requirement is? Okay, let me write the requirement in my boss style. Okay. Sai, read jv.json. Flatten it completely. That you can do it, right? With your knowledge which you have right now. Done? Yes. Now, create a new hierarchy of data with organization, trainer, location, permanent address, temporary address, work address. What did you understood from this requirement? What did you understood from this requirement?
We have to
We have to create a JSON file.
We come under the address struct.
We have to create the JSON.
Pass the JSON.
We have to
again, we
create
have
one
to-
more hierarchy like JSON type file.
Hierarchical
data.
So far, we are making hierarchical data to the flattened data, correct?
Yes, I.
Yes, sir.
Now, my boss is asking, so far we processed the hierarchical data. Now my boss is asking to generate the hierarchical data. You understood the difference? Yeah?
Yes.
Generate.
Yes,
Spark can do it. Yes, Spark can do it. Spark not only flattens the data, it also generates the complex data. You got the point? What he's asking? Very simple. This is my actual hierarchy. Have this as a hierarchy. As a new hierarchy, right? Imagine this is my bridge. As a new hierarchy, he need this work address to come inside the hierarchy. Correct? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, this field should become what? As a
Location.
Location.
Now, generation. Sai, what is the purpose, Sai? There is a reason for me to flatten the hierarchical data to the normal data. But what is the reason for generation of complex data? Why do we generate the complex data? Is it not a very cringe requirement? Yes or no?
Yes, I.
What? I will tell you. I will tell you about our kind of requirements which I have come across. In real time, we may deal with complex data generation as well, not just complex data processing. In one of the projects I handled, the hierarchy of the source is different. The hierarchy we expect in the destination is different. We consume the data in one hierarchy. We write the data in the other hierarchies. The reason depends on the downstream systems. I mean to say, who is going to read the data which I write? Depends on that requirement. We actually check on that. In my case, the projects, which one of the projects I handled, all right. The source is S3 for us. Destination, you remember, right? Elasticsearch. Destination is Elasticsearch for us.
Yes, sir.
Elasticsearch holds a lot of JSON API data. JSON data, hierarchical data. Elasticsearch itself is a JSON data. It expects a lot of JSON data. Now the Java API callings will be happening. Like some Java team, they'll do kind of a REST API calls. We nowhere bothered about it. They are the downstream team who consume the data which we write. That's not our job. Leave it. My work gets completed once I write it to Elasticsearch. In between, I run Spark jobs. Many Spark jobs. Many Spark jobs. Extremely many Spark jobs. We run Spark jobs. In this Spark jobs, we consume data in one hierarchy, produce data in the other hierarchy. Yes, We will come to that scenario as well. But how Spark can easily process struct type using a single dot? Yes or no, all of you? Dot, done. But how come it would generate a struct type? How come it would generate a struct type? That's $1 million question. Agreed or not, all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I.
Yes.
Have a check. Now, let's read the flattened structure. Folks, concentrate. It's quite simple, really so simple. You just have to concentrate a bit. Gomati, please note down who leaves early without any intimation. Leave. Get the names. Yeah. Now, did you see the data? This is complex data. Complex hierarchical data. This is your flattened data. Now, in this flattened data, I have to find a way this is my flattened JSON. Now, in this flattened JSON, I need hierarchy like this. These are straightforward fields. These are straightforward fields. But I need to create a field known as location. Location as a new field. Inside this new field, location field, I need permanent address and work address. Agreed, all of you? Yes, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is what I'm expecting. Organization is straightforward select. Trainer is straightforward select. Years, straightforward. But location, I need it as a permanent address, temporary address, and work address. How to achieve this? Is there a way that we can do this? Now it's flatten is completed. Flattening the data is completed. Right? Data is completely flattened. Now, time to generate the struct. Where is it? To process struct data, it is dot operation. To process struct data, it's a dot operation. To generate the struct data, the solution is struct. What is the solution, folks? Tell me. It is struct. What is actually a struct mean? How can I generate this? Now concentrate. Folks, have this in mind. This is a hierarchy I'm going to generate. Have this in mind. The data is like this. I'm going to generate like this. What are the straightforward fields? Can you tell me? What are the straightforward 3 fields? Organization, trainer,
worker.
And years.
Now, val complex. I just want to ask you one thing. What makes you to leave? I mean, if anyone wants to plan to leave another 10 minutes or 1 hour, can you know the reason what makes a person to leave? I want to know some genuine reasons. Can I know what makes a person to leave? I want to know the reasons, folks. Genuinely, I want to know the reason. What makes it? I mean, some folks should have left in the last week or before week, right?
Maybe network issues, right?
See, network issues. Why network issue will happen the last 1 hour more?
No. In that case, they will join back again in few minutes.
I have some of the list. They continuously leave. We continuously remove them from the batch.
Oh,
it is Ramjan month. So I think it is iftar time this time only.
No, even Ramzan month in the sense.
No,
See,
that's not the time.
Ramzan just recently started. Okay, I have been seeing this for past 4 months. See, first of all, I'll tell you, those who have plans to lead to that so-called people, I'm telling you, not all the days Sai is well. Not all the days he is healthy. But I never canceled a session. I never left early. I never started late. You never know the sacrifices. To that people I'm talking who leave early. To that people I'm talking. Do you think you only have the work? How many training centers they'll cancel the sessions just like that? People think it as a joke. Let's see till next Sunday. If anyone leaves early till next Sunday, I'll not review the resume. I'll not provide any placement related help. Let them come back to me. Really, sometimes I'll not be well, folks. My voice will not come out. In few weeks, never know the sacrifices I'm doing. I should not say that out. But why folks are very not serious about it? Really disappointed and saddened on it. I pity on such people. Namesake they join, namesake they leave. Do you know how the computer centers would be? Do you know what kind of issues?
What motivates you this much?
No, nothing motivates, but still, the issue is not about the motivation. But do anyone know how the training centers usually act?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
There are so much people.
As long as they are getting money, they don't really bother.
Based on money.
Please, but don't take follow-ups. And
Not about the follow-ups alone.
Yes.
Trainer comes 15 minutes to 20 minutes late. People kept waiting.
Definitely.
They lose the interest. Trainer lose the interest. See,
And they will not
They
give the
cancel
task
the
also.
session also, sir.
Yeah.
valued. See, value matters here, folks.
Yeah, correct, sir.
I'm currently in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. 6% suggest me your name here. So
see, not about thanks
Sir,
Karunaj for the words,
dedications.
but
I have never found any such dedication.
But it's not about me, folks. I understand. Really, thanks a lot, Karnaraj and other folks, for talking about the training. But I'm talking about the seriousness of the other side, not about me. Very serious you should be.
Sai, to be frank, 1-2% you will need to ignore. 1-2% people will there. No?
Nee, see, with that 1 to 2% we already removed from the batch. Okay. Already we discontinued 32 people. Anyway, let's not kill others' time. I really hate to spend my productive time to the so-called unproductive people.
They will regret. They will regret.
Let them.
Sir,
I'll post the names, folks. I'll really post the names. Let's see what they'll justify them. Anyway.
Yes, sir. At last, they have to perform in the interview, right? You will not go and attend the interview on their namesake.
Anyway, they are not understanding it. Let's see. Let them come back for justification. Muslim folks, I really understand. Regarding the Ramzan, absolutely fine. You can leave because you might have already the whole day. You might have already been there in Ramzan things. So don't worry. You can absolutely leave. Even I was talking to Aslam also. This one of the situations. Aslam, you can leave if you're required. Go ahead with the Ramzan formalities. Absolutely fine. Okay. Now, complex TF. Let's get back to the work, folks. Let's not think that's unproductive, people. Leave it. Now, 3 columns are straightforward columns. Organization, trainer, and years. Now I have to create a location as a new field. Permanent address, temporary address, and work address. I'll make it damn simple. Have a constant. Check here. Check here. I have val complex data. Complex DF is equal to flatten DF dot select. Complex DF dot select. What are the 3 straightforward columns? Can you tell me that? 3 straightforward columns.
Organization, trainer,
Organization, trainer,
years.
Year.
Yes.
Organization, trainer,
Yes.
folks. There is a reason for me to put calls here. I'll come to that. Closely watch out this diagram. Watch this hierarchy. Compare it with this. Organization name, trainer and years. Organization name, trainer and years. Is it straightforward put into select? But I used a call operation. There is a reason to use call operation. I'll come to it. But call organization, call trainer, call years. Now, which field I have to create next? Tell me which field I have to create next.
Location.
But what type of field I'm expecting here?
Parameter.
What kind of field it is?
Struct.
I'm expecting what type of field it is? It is
Struct.
struct type. I'm expecting struct field. Right? Go on, please go on. Struct field. I'm expecting a struct field. Now, after organization trainer, I am expecting struct field. Correct, all of you? Yes? Yes. What is the name I'm expecting to this struct field? What is the name? Location. Immediately, alias these names as location. Make sense, all of you? Make sense? Yeah. Check. Closely watch over. Understand, compare this with the code. Organization, trainer, and years are straightforward fields. Yes, done. The fourth field which I'm expecting is a struct field, location. What is the name of that first struct field? It is location. Inside this struct field, how many columns I'm expecting here? Tell me.
3 columns.
Just
3 columns.
3 columns I'm expecting. Yes or no, folks? Yeah? Check here. Inside this, I will place 3 columns. Understood, all of you, what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Simple. Nothing so tough. Organization, trainer, and years is straightforward fields. Later on, I need a struct field. What is the name of this struct field? It is
Location.
Inside that, how many columns I'm expecting? Tell me.
3 columns.
Shall we make it multi-line for easy understanding, folks? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Simple. Then place your permanent address, temporary address, work address. Now compare with this diagram. Try to compare with this diagram. Organization, trainer, and years is straightforward. Next, struct comes into picture. I gave the name as location. Inside it, I kept 3 fields: permanent address, temporary address, and work address. Then complex df dot show, complex df dot print schema. Now, let's run it. Let's see whether it generated the required hierarchy. Shall we, all of you?
Yes, sir.
What happened? What happened? Generated?
Generated.
Yes,
Yes.
Generated. It generated. Shall we write it as a JSON? Yeah.
Yes.
Complex DF dot. Let's make it coalesce one. What is the use of coalesce one? What is the use of coalesce?
That is the partition.
Use of coalesce.
Decrease the
Coalesce.
partition.
Reduce the partition.
Reduce the partition. Gold video. You have it right? Yeah.
Yes, I.
Dot write dot format. Which format I'm writing? Tell me.
Yes.
JSON. User, sorry.
JSON format.
C data complex DF. Let's see what is the hierarchy of data that is going to get generated. Have a check. Folks, the source hierarchy is different. I flattened the data frame. Then generation of this data is different. That's it, right? Complex DF. This is the JSON. Let's put it into a JSON lint and analyze it. Is this your required data? All of you?
Yes, I.
Simple. Now, Spark not only flattens a complex struct, Spark also generates a complex struct. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
It's not only process it, it also generates. Interesting?
Yes, I.
Boring.
No.
Now, have a check. Folks, slowly get used to the hierarchical data, folks. Slowly get used to the hierarchical data. All right? Concentrate. Now, before I open the questionnaire round, I am going to, right? I am going to give a problem statement to all of you. I'll give the requirement and I'll start the execution. You have to guide me and look over it. Possible? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'll give the requirement. I'll absolutely give the requirement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One sec, let me remove. Sorry, really sorry, Murli. I'm removing you, Murli. Really sorry, Murli. You don't deserve this session. Sorry. Yeah. I know so why people are very busy during the session time. Anyway. All right. Folks, all of you remember this data? Right? Hope everyone remember this data. Now, out of this data, this is my source data. This is my source data. Now, I want to generate data in such a way, I'm writing the target size, folks. I'm writing the target. Right? I'm writing the target here. I am expecting all fields. Inside it, I need store column also. Understood all of you?
Yes, sir.
Folks, analyze the source data. Analyze the target data. Analyze the source data and analyze the target data. What are the two things has changed? What are the two things changed? Tell me.
One is story.
One is store. Other one is all fields.
So this is added inside the columns.
All fields is a name change. Store is an extra field got added. Paka? So far?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ID type name is straightforward fields. Yes. Done. Now, first read the donut1.json. Folks, this is my so understand the problem statement well. Understand the problem statement well. The left side JSON is your source hierarchy. The right side JSON is a target hierarchy. The major two differences here is image field and the store field value. Extra store is coming into picture. Now, let's shoot out. First, shall we read the source data? Yeah. First, let's read the source data. Check out. Okay, print schema. Folks, before I open the questionnaire round for today, last execution for today, folks. Later on, questionnaire round and your hands on. That's it. Now, everyone is clear with this. Shall we first flatten this data, all of you?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
I.
I'm well flat.
Yes, sir.
You can use select, that's okay. Then, okay, I forgot to say why we used call. I'll tell you this time. This select we doesn't require call, straightforward, no worries. All right. I'll tell you why I used call that time. Okay, ID state column, image.height, image.width, image.url, height, URL, width, name, type. Is it a flattened data, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Done. Check. Done. Completely flattened. Now, to the new hierarchy, what is an extra field comes into picture? Tell me.
Source field.
Store.
Case builder.
I need an extra column. I need one column extra at the end. Well, proc df. To this flattened df, shall we attach the case bakers here? Yeah. Shall we? Here?
Yes.
Yes.
Later on, we think of, folks, generation of this. But meanwhile, I need a column in this value. I need this column and I need this value. Correct? Agreed? Yeah.
Yes, I.
Yes. How to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Any
With
leaks?
column.
With column.
Dot
With column.
Which column, say?
with column. Which column name I have to attach in the last?
Store.
What I'm expecting in that store? Tell me.
Case builder.
Case.
Use expr case bakers. You got the point, all of you? Just a string.
With column expression.
With column name and what? Hard coding case bakers. Yes or no, folks? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Proc df dot show. Proc df dot print schema. Have a check. This is just a hard code value. Store case bakers. Let's say first the column gets added in the last. One sec. Case bakers. One sec. My mistake. Because it's a string, right?
Yes, sir. That's why you put in the embedded comma, right?
No. This double quotes refers to the exprs thing. If it is a
Okay.
string, you have to put single quotes. Do the column is coming up, all of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Simple.
Yes, sir.
Case bakers has come out. Now, these columns are ready. Folks, these columns are ready. Now, in this columns, what are the straightforward columns I'm expecting? Straightforward columns. What are the straightforward columns?
ID type.
ID type name.
ID, type, name type. Yes or no, folks? Is it not a straightforward columns? Yeah. Type and name. Okay, that's okay. Type and name. Done. After that, what I'm expecting? I'm expecting a what field? I need a
All
struct
fields.
Struct field, which is what? Which field it is? This struct
Struct.
inside the struct, what fields I'm expecting?
Height URL.
Height URL width store.
Width and store.
Store.
Now, can you guide me to develop this? Yeah.
Yes.
Ready? Simple.
Yes.
3 columns are straightforward columns. Check here. ID, name, type are straightforward columns. Then I'm expecting an all fields column. Inside the all fields, I need these 4 columns. Store, URL, width, and height. Now, looking at this data, guide me. Final complex data. Well, final complex DF is equals to proc DF dot select. No, select.
Select.
Can use with column also, I'll come to
Call
it.
of ID.
But here,
Call of.
I asked to use what? During generation.
Call of ID.
Call of. I'll tell you. What are the 3 straightforward columns? ID type.
ID type name.
ID type. ID type name.
Done. What's next I'm creating?
Struct type.
Out of this field.
Struct.
Struct.
As
What is the name of struct?
all fields.
All fields.
Always I'm telling you, immediately give a name. Immediately give a name. Because open brace, close brace will definitely create a lot of clinch. Immediately, once a struct is given, immediately rename it so that it will remove the confusion. Now, done. What's inside?
Call.
Tell me.
Height
Height, weight, URL,
Height,
store.
weight,
Store, right?
store,
URL.
URL with height.
And height.
Width and height.
This is your hierarchy. Done, all of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Done. Now, complex df dot print show. Complex df dot print schema. Right, all of you?
Yes.
Done. Now, why I gave here call, but why I have not given here call? I'll tell you the reason now. See the print schema first. See the print schema first. Expected fields, pakka? Yes.
Yes, sir.
ID, type, and
Yes.
name.
Yes, I.
Yes, sir.
All fields, as if I write it to JSON, this JSON will come out. Pakka? If I write it as a JSON, this JSON will come out. ID, type, name, straightforward fields. All fields is a struct field. And finally, I see the data is coming. But during the select, why I didn't use call here, but why I have used call here? Simple reason. Am I using any functions here? Function. Any functions I'm using or only this column selects?
Only select.
Only select.
Only selects. But am I using any function here? Basically.
Yeah.
Which function I'm using? Struct function. Struct function I'm using. Struct function I'm using. That's the reason you cannot give it as a, when you give the functions at the bottom, right? You cannot give like this. Can you see it started throwing error? All of you, actually. Right?
You missed the comma.
Have a check. Did you see the error here? Basically coming up.
Yes, sir.
That not work out. When functions are included in the select, all the columns should be started with what?
Column.
Function. Another function.
All like that. You understood? Here, I do not have any functions. straight away address the columns using double quotes. But since one of the functions is involved in this select, all the columns should be addressed as what? As a call. So finally, in the nutshell, where is it? Where is it? My goodness. Is it dot thing? This makes sense now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Processing is a dot. Generation is what? It's a
Struct.
Structure function.
struct function. Quick. Okay. I'm telling you, damn statement. Leave a message and leave if anyone wants to leave. If anyone leaves without a reason, trust me, no calls, no messages, no assistance. Dare to leave now. I'll throw you completely out of the batch, no matter who you are. Dare to leave now. Dare to leave. Just see by end of 8 o'clock, you'll be removed from the batch. Dare to leave now. Questions? Raise your hands. People think it is a joke. I'll show what is joke. Go ahead, Keshav.
Hi, Sai. Sai, can we create a struct inside?
Possible. Possible. If you want to, in the same field, if I want to create another field, struct, I want to place all these columns inside. You can do that.
Okay, like that.
Field 1. That's it.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Got it? This is field 1. Then this is struct inside a struct. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, thanks.
Purva?
Sai, like my question is like here in the scenario, we are just adding one store name. So it is by default mapping to that ID. But what if like if we have like a couple of stores, like 0203, and then we are trying the same thing?
No, if it is a multiple, see, then what you're talking about the multiple columns with the same name?
No, I'm saying like as of now we have only one ID. What if we have like couple of IDs like 2, 3, 4, and the store
Let it
name
have.
also
See,
be
nowhere I'm concentrating on the data here, right? I'm only, what is my target? Only the column names, correct? It will create another value here, 002, of its types, of its name, and then respective all fields.
But
See,
the way you added
two rows.
Yeah.
Imagine here, Purva. That 002 will have another row here, right? All the values, correct?
Yeah, but when you added this store in the end, you just mentioned
case bakers. For
baker.
both of them, it would be case bakers.
So what if we want different name?
You have to
like
apply
in
the case
real
when
time?
conditions. Case
Okay.
when. If it is 001, this is a store. If it is 002, this is a store.
Oh, and similar thing goes for the like if you scroll down here also.
Obviously, don't confuse between data and schema here, Purva. Schema, data. Even though I got 002 donut of cake or something here, the schema remains the same, Purva, correct?
But
Schema
we are generating it, right? But
we will
nowhere
generate. We'll generate it, Purva. But what is the store you give here? That will come in the second row. Second row.
Okay.
002 donut or cake, and then second row will come into picture.
Okay.
Getting it or not?
Yeah, getting it. I'll try it like once.
Okay, give it a try. Venkat? Last hand is Rashid. Sneha would be the last question. Go ahead, Venkat.
Actually, usually we go with the dot plus column. Okay, so how it is understanding that column is existing in that? So without specifying this, for example, if we take this store and well, you are generating the complex data.
On top of which data frame I'm performing?
Okay.
What is a proc df? What is a proc df schema? Correct?
Flat entity. Okay.
Yeah. See, ultimately, I'm performing. This column should exist in this procdf. Then only this will respond. Got it?
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Sujit?
Hi, Sai. If possible, once again, just give a glance about Struct now. A little, I'm unable to understand.
Actually, Sujit, I repeat every concept 3 to 4 times, Sujit.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, I understood.
by asking, no, by you asking one more time, I'll explain it. But I already done that 4 times.
Yeah, I understood that. Yeah.
Okay, let me explain. See, let me explain. No time actually. See, correct me if I'm wrong. Every concept I explained 4 times because I know this question might come. Again, you're asking for the 5th time. Okay, that's okay. Let me explain it later. Mamsi? Mamsi?
Yes, regarding I have the similar question regarding Purvas. So firstly, in the source data, whatever values there regarding ID name, while calling, all the thing will be triggered, right? If I want to create one more strut, like strut all fields have created, right? If I want to create one more strut regarding something cakes like that, I want to add inside data, right?
Let me show you. Sorry. Go on mute. Now, please cooperate. Go on mute. Don't come out. Please go on mute. Please go on mute, all of you. Cooperate. I'm executing something. Cooperate, please.
Sai, can you remove S from the JSON file? I think you saved and in the last.
How many rows we have in the source data? 2 rows. Both got flattened?
Yes.
Both got case bakers?
Yes.
Both got into the actual part? Okay.
Yes,
Okay
yes,
or not?
Yeah, yes. So we
Yes.
want to add one more data in the source file only. If you want more data, means yes.
See, obviously, source data needs to come out.
Yeah,
Thank
correct.
you. Sneha, last question.
Sai, while generation of data, can we use with column?
Possible. First, let's get used to it. I'll show in the with column. Okay.
Okay.
First,
Yeah,
get used to it.
thank you.
Yeah. Fine. Folks, I'll share you this donut data. Are you ready to flatten it and recreate it in the required JSON? Yeah.
Yes, Sai.
Folks,
Right.
read it, completely flatten it. I mean, let's not complicate this data for now. Already complicated enough. Don't worry about the data, folks. First of all, don't worry about the data. If you worry about the data only, you cannot understand anything. Worry about the schema. Worry about only the schema. Now, my target is I want you to generate data in this expected output schema. Possible to generate this, all of you? Yeah?
Yes, I.
Yes, Sai.
Yes, Sai.
Now, let me give donut one dots. Flatten it completely. Then expected schema. I'm putting my expected schema as well. Expected schema. Done. Now I'm giving a code as a screenshot here. Start your work. Start your work. But it's a pretty long code here. Take time. It will definitely take time. That's okay. Type it slowly. Type it very slowly, please. Don't do spelling mistakes, folks. It's so awkward to correct the spellings. Try to understand my mindset. Take care of spellings. Take care of spellings. Done. Lab, folks. That is end of today's task, folks. Do this. How is complex data? Is it understandable, all of you? First of all, is it going good?
Good, Sai.
Yes, Sai. Sai, it's very,
Yes,
very
Sai.
helpful and very easy also.
It's not so easy. Wait for the third time.
It's like a
Still it's okay.
challenging way.
See, it requires a lot of
Yes.
planning, like a lot of understanding. We should be very careful when we deal with the complex data because we deal with hierarchies. Right? Generate it now.
We are teaching whatever the type is, we can understand.
Real time, right?
Sorry?
We are going to deal with this in real time, like
Obviously. This is just a small data. Tomorrow I'm going to show you an API data. Right? That's it. Yeah.
If netted structure is more
Wait for
than
it. Wait for it. We're going to see that. Complete this. What is it, Jyoti? What is it, Ankit? What is it, Jyoti?
Actually, in the last example,
Jyoti, start with this, Jyoti. Start with this, please. Start this execution. I'm there. Post 7 o'clock. I'll wait. Complete this, please. Start.
no, I'm getting error with the with column only. So,
With this execution, Jyoti.
okay.
Is this a execution you got, Jyoti?
Can you please give me donut in Zoom chat also?
Yeah, I'll give you. First, start with this execution, folks. Please.
Hi,
Post
Sai.
7, I'll sit with you and solve it.
Okay.
Tell me.
Can I share my screen?
Any issues you are facing?
Yes, Sai.
With this execution you are facing?
Sir, I'm not able to run. So that's the issue.
Share your screen. Folks, this is not the time to solve the setup issues, project issues.
No, I tried to run.
Give me the access. Where is the so-called main method? There is a main method, no? Def main, args, array, string. We have been telling from day one, no? Right, Ankit? You remember? You remember, Ankit?
Yeah, Sai, I forgot it.
Revalidate once, Ankit. Please revalidate. Please revalidate and come.
Sai,
I've come,
I just
I'm there for
focus
you.
on this. Okay.
Focus on it.
Okay, Sai. Just give me a time.
Folks, at least without giving a try, simply calling me doesn't make sense, folks, according to me. Then what is your role here? All of you share your screens. All of you share your screens. The problem is at least few folks are not giving even a try, folks. That's what my worry is here. Not even giving a try. Tomorrow is third type, folks. Extremely important. Gomati, track on the folks who left early and who is not absent today. Let's have a calls with them. You can patch me if required. If they're not giving the proper justification, don't allow them tomorrow, Gomati. Yeah, please note it down. Please note it down. Actually, I'm not well today. But I cannot cancel a session because magic date is already confirmed. But the way few folks treat this session, that really saddens me.
So my voice is
Anyway,
just like that.
that should not replicate in my voice. The thing should go very effective. Things should be very, very productive. Nobody thinks about it. People come up with medical reasons, professional reasons, personal reasons. I'm also a person. I'm also a human being. Nobody realizes that. Anyway. Who beyond the line who go and do things, he will see a different world, according to me. That's only my mantra. That's it. Go beyond the line. Don't be unique. Do your work.
Sai, I'm getting error in lab, Sai. The wget command, can you please check? I've shared the screen.
No. My mistake. One second. One sec, folks. One sec. My mistake. Check on this. I posted new wget command.
It's working, Sai. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see. Let's go with put the names.
Sai, again, it's a showing error. It's saying connected, awaiting for the response.
For wget command.
Yeah.
Right now, again. That's it. Get
Yeah,
connected.
got it.
Folks, I am going to give one JSON right now. All right, I'm going to give a JSON right now. As a task, you have to completely flatten it out. And I'll put the expected schema to generate. Possible?
Yes, Sai.
Yes,
Yes, Sai.
JSON. What is that? Sujit, I'll explain post session. Wait for it, okay? Once.
Okay, sir.
Giving the code, folks, now. Full code, okay? Posted the code. Go it very slower. Change the path accordingly. Change the path accordingly. I gave the code. Any issues, I'll solve. Don't worry. Yeah. Go on mute, please. Go on mute, please. Go on mute, please. 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 I cannot say it separately, please. Sneha, you have any issues?
Yes, I have shared the screen. Actually, I got this image as false. It should populate height, URL, and width, right?
No. That's nullability false. You don't worry about that. It's already flattened. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But why 3 columns are image, dot image, dot image, dot image?
Yeah. So should I
No,
like
no,
remove
no,
the
no.
string?
What are we doing here? Can I know that? What are we doing actually here? Sneha, tell me what you're planning to do. I'll guide you accordingly. What is it?
Say width column, I'm
Using with column, you're generating or processing.
I'm processing the data.
Then that should be URL. That should be height, URL, and width, right? Here you have to give these column names, Sneha.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Full code I have provided. I'm providing the today's task also. Tomorrow is very important, folks. Don't come with excuses, okay? Later. This I didn't understand, that I understand. No. Don't come with excuses. I gave the task cake.json. Right? I gave the expected output schema as well. Flatten it, generate it.
Your code is having error. You have to remove the extra struct.
Extra? Sorry.
You added one more struct inside struct.
Yes. Sorry. Regarding the referrals, ask them to call only me, folks, since it's already started. No Hema, no Gomati, please, okay? I just want to make it very clear because, again, they cannot be spoke. Again, they'll wait for my call. So that's usually very miscommunication happens. I'm the only point of contact. Since already started, please ask them to call only me. Okay, please. I've sent you the full struct generation code, folks. Sorry, I have updated my mistake. I have put 2 structs inside it. I corrected it. Lab, folks, was it fine? Is it working fine?
Yes, sir, it's working.
Sir, donut one file.
Donut one file I provided at the top. I provided the top, right? Just scroll up, you'll find it. Task, just scroll above in the announcement group. You will see cake.json as a source data. And I also put output expected schema as well. Have a check on that.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like in real time, like in Eclipse, can we see these images like the all fields we have this .jpg file? So like when we have correct path, I mean Eclipse will show the image or it will just
No,
show
no,
the-
it will not.
Okay.
It will not. It's only for structure and semi-structure. Yeah. Fine. All of you received cake.json? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
I also put output expected also. I put it immediately at the bottom of cake.json. I put expected output schema also. Right? So generate it accordingly. I need just the print schema. I just need the print schema to be shown like this. All of you checked announcement group. All of you. Cake.json. Cake.json. Yes or no?
Got it, sir.
Yes, I.
Yes. Okay. That's the file and expected.
Could you please
expected.
give me any Zoom chat also, please? Cake.json.
Okay, I provided it. Yeah. Expected output I'm posting. Yeah. Fine, folks. Let's meet for type 3 tomorrow. Extremely important type 3, folks. I have to prepare at least for 1 hour to explain it simple. Such kind of a topic it is. Do not have any skips. Be on time. Never have a thought to skip sessions going forward. Those who left early and the absentees, I'll call them. Let's see what they're going to justify. I'm going to post an announcement groups. We'll try for the last time to make them on track who are absentees. But if they're not in our track, I lose them. At least time gets saved for us. Next week, we have the magic date. Hope that would be fine. Let's meet tomorrow for the type 3, folks. Any reference, ask them to call only me, no other person. Thanks a lot, all of you. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Others can leave. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Raise your hands who have questions. Others can stop your screens, please. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Siley, go ahead, share your screen now. Yeah.
My file here is not showing exceptions to read.
Path does not exist.
No.
Why Siley?
But I have
No,
give.
program will never do a mistake. Simple logic. Program will never do a mistake. Let me check on that.
Okay.
See complex JSON donut. Is it not data?
Oh, yes, in data and then
In then complex JSON.
and then complex, yes.
Correct?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Sujit, okay. Now, Sujit, what you didn't understand? Okay, which area you didn't understand in Struct? Tell me. Sujit?
Like how we are define. Sorry. I'm talking in mute side. Only that struct part. Why is like how we are defining struct? I'm not understanding.
How we defining Struct?
Normally, I was thinking in a way like a struct will have like a struct fields and struct types. No,
No,
like that.
not that. This Struct is different. Struct field, struct type is different. Just a struct is different. Struct is used to generate a struct. I mean to say nested field. All right. Struct means we create a struct type, right? Well, struct field is equals to we create a struct field, right? Here. That's what a struct field is. But struct is this is different. This is a nested field.
Okay.
Got
I'm
it,
getting
right?
confused between this struct
No.
and I
Don't
was
get confused. Those two are completely different. Completely different.
Okay. So
Got
this
it?
this one we normally use for
Generate the nested fields. Generate the nested fields. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay. Yeah. Sir, clear.
Yeah. Got it, Fiona.
So I can please share wget command for cake JSON file for lab users.
Okay, cake.json, isn't it? One second.
Yeah, wget command, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Fiona. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Adarsh? Yeah. Adarsh ready? Good, Adarsh ready.
Hi, Sai. So I just want one doubt actually. So when you do a group by, so we are selecting some of columns that we are doing a group with. So we can select the entire columns from the table basically. So apart from this group by columns, along
Entire
with
columns.
Yeah, in the result set. I mean to say.
Can I have a problem statement, please? Like sample data for that.
Yes, I like just give me a minute. So manually
Yeah,
can add it.
create it. That's okay, create it. Yeah. Purva?
Sorry, like in goal you mentioned about this Git repository and all. So, like, are we going to do anything on Git, or shall I just
I'll show
install?
you, but meanwhile, see, that will take some time to show you. Like before you start the interview process, after you start the interview process, after 2 to 3 weeks, Git will come into picture. But you have to attend the interviews, right? That's the reason I gave you the short video that can escape you from the questions to let you answer you. Getting it, Purva? But we'll see. We'll definitely come it. No worries. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Was there?
Hi, Sai. Not regarding this, I just need a contact number for resume building, for previous companies.
I didn't understand also.
No, for ప్రీవియస్ కంపెనీస్ ఉంటాయి కదా 3 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెట్టాలి కదా మనం. దాని కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్ ఇస్తాను.
అయ్యో వెయిట్ చేయండి అసలు నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ కదా అది టాపిక్, వెయిట్ చేయండి నేనే ఇస్తాను.
మనీ చేసుకోవాలి కదా అట్లా.
సారీ,
మనీ అరేంజ్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా.
అది అప్రాక్సిమేట్ గా
So,
మీకు
అందుకే అడుగుతా.
15 దాకా అవుతుంది, 15 to 20 దాకా అవుతుంది.
Thank you.
ఓకేనా? Yeah. కానీ ఇప్పుడు మీరు పే చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. వన్స్ యూ
Yeah,
క్లియర్ ద
yeah.
ఇంటర్వ్యూ అప్పుడు చేయాలి. ఓకే.
యా జస్ట్ అది అడుగుదామని.
Yeah. I'll give a person contact number, Karthik. Karthik is the only person who will do this. Okay, next
Sure.
week is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keshav?
Yeah, hi Sai. Sai, for the gold video, actually, in that I am having two doubts. So first is regarding the partitioning thing. So as you have mentioned in the gold video, for each data frame there would be some partition number, like some specific.
Go on, question. Straight to the question. Straight to the
Is
question.
there, like, what is the default size? Is there any default size?
There's no default
for
size.
that?
That depends on the number of the course allocations, right? Fine. Let's print the partition size of this. This is the partition size. This completely depends on. This my laptop is 4 cores. Four cores. Out of that 4 cores, one core is allocated for this data frame. Can you see that? It's dynamically allocated, depends on the availability. Spark uses its cores. Since remaining 3 cores are busy, it is allocating 1 core here. Got it?
And okay, so on that, and if we use like when do we have to use the repartition and coalesce actually? Because if we see, like, it depends on the data?
No, the thing is, like, first of all, performance tuning is always trial and error. Okay. Reduce the coalesce, check the performance. So when you do a join or something, when the data frames gets increased, use the repartition, increase and test it. Getting it, Keshav. That's the only way we can.
So it is just for the performance tuning, and which is based on the trial and error.
Exactly.
Okay. So other question is for the Spark submit. So for Spark submit, what tool we are going to use? Win tools or something which you have mentioned?
No tools we are going to use. Which tools we are going to use?
Then where do I have to use that particular command? Like, because
So
you
have to copy the jar.
Okay.
Are you talking about the Win utils?
Yes, that one.
Sorry, WinSCP. You're talking about WinSCP?
Yes, yeah. Because in gold video you are shown on the
through WinSCP, I should have taken the jar and I have deployed it. Correct.
Okay, so we have to use that particular
exactly.
Because in gold video actually you are shown on the lab, so that's why I was confused. Okay, thank you.
You can through Cloudera also, it's going to be the same.
Yes, yeah. I was just asking. Yeah.
Thank you. Kalyan.
Sir, I have 3 doubts in yarn architecture. Coming to this, what is a container in yarn?
No, one sec. When you complete the goal video, Kalyan?
Sir?
When you complete a goal video?
I completed, sir.
When you completed?
On Thursday.
Yesterday there was a doubt session, right?
Okay.
I'm just asking, why are you not utilizing it? Or else I'll cancel that completely. Let's handle it here.
Sorry.
No. This have been informing since from day one. If you're not using the purpose of half an hour of doubt sessions, which we host every day, don't come for the weekends. Okay. We are losing the purpose.
Okay, I will come.
Tell me. That's okay. Tell me.
Okay. What is a container in the yarn architecture?
Container is a small memory size which is allocated for the MapReduce jobs predominantly.
ఓకే అండ్ సెకండ్ డౌట్ ఇస్ ఇప్పుడు మనం కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు సెట్ యాప్ నేమ్ అని రాస్తాం కదా, అందులో ఉన్న అప్లికేషన్ మాస్టర్ నేమేనా అది?
No. Master. Yeah, it's a master. Correct. It's a master.
ఓకే అండ్ థర్డ్ వీడియోస్ ఒక్కసారి యార్న్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తారా వన్స్?
See, Kalyan. Anyway, this is not meant for it, but that's okay.
I will not
we are losing the purpose of doubt session, which is not. Okay, better I do. I'm just thinking of it to cancel it completely. Let's handle all the questions in the weekends, because unnecessarily Hema is also wasting time in weekdays. Anyway, I'll take it as account. Let's think of it. Tell me.
Diagram once. జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు అప్లికేషన్ మాస్టర్ సెకండ్ నోడ్ లో లాంచ్ చేసాం కదా. ఇప్పుడు అప్లికేషన్ స్టేటస్ అనేది ఫస్ట్ అండ్ థర్డ్ నోడ్ లో నుంచే కలెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, కానీ సెకండ్ నోడ్ లో నుంచి కలెక్ట్ చేయట్లేదు కదా అప్లికేషన్ స్టేటస్ అనేది.
What is the color of this application master?
Pink.
How many pinks I have?
1 to 4 pinks.
3 pinks. That is getting tracked. Blue is different. Blue is application master is different. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In case a container pink second node unte adi kuda collect chestunda.
See, two jobs are different, Kalyan. These two jobs are completely different. Okay.
Okay.
Which are the jobs I launched? Like 2 clients launched the Spark Summit, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
2 clients.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any
Thank
other
you
questions?
very much.
Class related. Thank you. Mohana. Mohana.
So, at least execution issue. So
Sorry, Mohana.
I'm facing it.
Yeah, share issues. Access.
Sorry.
What is the issue?
So no way results. I just changed it to final data. Previously it was flat row. So repeating, I'm able to see the same. Yeah. Now it works. I got it.
Okay.
Sir, one more question I have. So just a general question. So when it comes to the complex data in real time, having structured, semi-structured, structured, all type, because we are dealing currently.
Go ahead. I didn't understand. We have serialized data.
So when it comes to
complex data, that I understood.
Complex data in real time, we'll be having all type of data like a structured, semi-structured, unstructured. Right
I
now
told
we
you,
are
right?
dealing.
JSON, XML, Parquet, Avro. That's it.
So what about the CSV text?
No, CSV is not hierarchical data, right? CSV doesn't have data inside a data model. I showed it last week, but anyway, CSV is a straightforward comma separated field. It's not a nested field. Correct?
Yeah, that I understood, sir, but I'm just asking.
CSV do not have complex data, no, only these 4 types: Parquet, Avro, XML, and JSON. Okay. Yeah. One sec, folks. One sec. Venkatesh.
Yeah, Sai.
First of all, Venkatesh, one second. Why are we connecting this weekend session, Venkatesh?
No, sir. Actually, I have give 5 minutes only.
No, Venkatesh. First of all, this is batch 35, Venkatesh.
I'm also in batch 35 only, sir. Actually.
Are you sure?
But yeah.
Shall I tell you? Which actually the forum you belongs to?
Yeah, I know, but only one issue. Actually,
Venkatesh. No, I keep on saying the same to you and Abash. Weekend sessions is predominantly for this folks. Your forum is different. You and Abash are not connecting to the actual forum dedicated for you. Other than that, I see that you're connecting.
No. First time I connected. Actually, I have one message.
No. People are waiting. I cannot spend time.
Okay.
I usually spend more time with you than these folks.
Can you connect after the meeting?
Not right now. Venkatesh, I don't want to mention detailed information about which forum you belong to. Can I clarify everything in that forum? I don't see that you're connecting to that actual forum and you're connecting the weekends. That's not accepted. Connect in that forum, actually. Your forum is dedicatedly spending time differently. Please. Vardha? One sec. One sec. Don't take me wrong, Venkatesh. Time matters, please. Okay, God Vardha.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm pressing the.
Share your screen.
Yeah, share that. I'm getting at this.
One sec. Give me the access, Vardha. Cannot resolve URL.
Yes, sir. I think project got corrupted out. Till the prop DF, I'm getting a output.
Have you put the code which I have provided, Vardha?
Yeah, same code.
No, have you put that or this is your code?
My code it is. Actually, part by part, I have typed it and I've checked the output also. Same way I used to do usually to better understand. And this I've typed it also. I've copy pasted your which you provided in the portal.
This is not DF, this is flattened DF. This guy. Correct. Vardha, this is flattened DF, Vardha.
Yes.
Not DF. Please validate before you come to me, please. Please validate once.
Yeah.
Compare the code and
Thank
validate.
you.
Gopal.
Hi, sir. Let me share my screen. Just I'm facing issue like this one.
No, just try after some time. Just after 10 to 15 minutes. Concurrent user issue, Gopal. Just after 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shravani.
Even though I added these jars, I'm getting this as well.
Why there is an open close here? Validate Shravani, validate the code once which I have given. Then please come to me. I am there to assist you. Please. Nagarani.
Sai, I don't have execution issue, but as in goal video you have said git video no. Can you please share that please?
It is in the okay.
You didn't share.
No, okay. You can type it anyway in that video, but anyway, I'll give you one second. In the video, you saw that link.
No, the video have goal video have stopped.
No, you'll have
Sai,
it.
I have the link in.
No, you'll have it. You'll have it actually. That's okay. I'm giving. Sent you. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Abdul.
Say, you have shown the multi-line JSON file. Can I have this file to practice? I missed this.
Which one? Which one?
Multi-line JSON file. What we have shown in the practice session.
JV.json.
JV.
Are you talking about the one which I created? Are you talking about the one which I created? I cannot repeat the same statement.
Yes, you created in the session.
Okay. Just give me a sir. No, that's enough.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I sent in the Zoom chat. Thank you.
Yes,
Durba,
thank
hold
you.
on, Durba. Durba, hold on, Durba. I'll come to you, Durba. I'll come one sec. Don't share your screen. I'll tell you. Now share your screen, Durba. Now share your screen, Durba. Durba.
Sorry, sorry.
Share your
I'm trying to stop that, but sorry.
Share your
Go ahead.
screen. Share your screen. Share your screen.
Sharing?
Share your screen now. Share your screen now.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I just got this red mark here. So I checked twice, but I did not see any.
Give me the access. One braces is missed. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Jeevan. Jeevan. Last
Yes,
time.
I
Jeevan.
yeah.
Tell me, Jeevan.
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. I'm facing some issue. Actually, not issue. This homework task, I'm getting URL 2 times in output.
URL 1.
Yeah, URL 1, it is coming separately. Okay, we removed from where it is coming URL. I have that doubt.
No, this is quite surprising. Recreate this line first again, Jeevan.
Yeah.
Recreate this line, or else I'll execute in mind and show it to you.
Yeah. So I have one more doubt, sometimes we are facing due to issues, imports, we are facing issue, right? How to
This I have told many times even, but still I'll tell you. I'm not sure why I'm repeating the same statement again. Google can help you, Stack Overflow can help you, Scoop documentation can help you. Any help you want to check, when you check in the Google, they'll give along with the import statements even. That's the only option we have. Okay. Actually, I showed it along with when this question was posted during the session itself. I showed it when I executed it. Anyway, check the previous sessions. Thank you, Venkat.
Sai, I will go with last actually. Let's handle with Alagappa and Usha actually. I don't think so. The doubt which I asked earlier, that is the one.
Go ahead, Venkat. Go ahead, Venkat. I actually can stay not more than 2 minutes. Share your screen and show it to me.
Okay. Yeah. I hope you are able to see my screen.
It's not loading. It's not loading. It's not loading. It's not loading. It's not loading.
Actually,
it's not loading, Venkat. It's not loading.
Yeah,
now tell me. What is the first question I asked, Venkat? When you post this question, what is the first question I asked?
If it is destructed, I will not handle it.
I asked one question. Do you have any other than the struct type? Correct?
Yeah.
I asked, do I have any other than the struct type? Did you say anything else here? What is this?
Okay.
Venkat, let the third topic get started, Venkat.
Array.
Okay. Third type is array. Okay, to answer it,
Okay,
let's make it quick. Venkat, this is a third type, Venkat, we're going to see tomorrow. That's what I stated. Before you share your screen itself, I stated. Don't share, Venkat, because we have not completed the problem. Okay. Please cooperate. Please. I already gave an answer long back, but still you're sharing it. That's okay. Alagapan.
Yeah, sir. I share my screen. Just one doubt only. No. Can see the screen, no?
Yeah.
And this output, like this file while reading, the donut is actually ID, type, name, then image, right? While printing, but image is
I already answered this question, but still I'll answer it. That goes in alphabetical order. Okay. I9, N14, T20 is a alphabetical order number. Okay.
Oh, that column names alphabetical order.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. I told this.
okay.
Again, it's repetitive.
And this last one, sign the code, like store in the expected schema, you put like at last. So, but in the code, it was in the top, that we can put it at the bottom also, right? That
Your wish.
column.
Your wish.
Okay. So if you want it in default print in alphabetical order, if you want in our order, like in select only.
Put in select. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Last question, Usha. Usha.
Execution.
Sorry, Usha, your voice. Share your screen.
Execution issue.
You checked everything, right? Correct.
Yes, twice.
Right spelling. Thank you. Thanks, Olivia. Any other questions, folks? Raise your hand.
Take rest, sir.
That's okay. I have almost 7 to 8 calls now. Yeah. Okay. Meet you tomorrow, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.